Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're going to be talking about the 249th deck toward the goal of having every EDH deck built. And we're going to do it with Elendra here, the Dusk Rose. Now, she is a 4-mana 1/1, and the life length is pretty much incidental, but she's pretty interesting in the fact that another creature dies, she's going to get a counter, and then when she dies, you get a bunch of these little vampire dudes. So the first thing I wanted to do, we'll start down the line here with color fixing. It's not so much ramp because, I mean, it's not, we don't really have a whole lot of expensive stuff in the deck. Do not have a soul ring for this one, so there's a lot of cards that I just don't have enough copies of. You know, Soul Ring arguably could go in just about almost every deck, and oh man, I just don't have 700 Soul Rings. But anyway, more of the color fixing here. We've got the signets, and is there a way to the signet and the clue stone? Now the Seer's Lantern, I use more for the scry than I do for the colorless. I love the Seer's Lantern because the colorless, it is good in the early and it is good in the late for different reasons. Mind Stone just does not get played enough. Here again, good early, good late. Darksteel Ingot and the diamonds, like poker, to help out the color fixing. Now, the first thing I noticed about Elendra was, we got to kill things. Stuff has got to die. So I'm using quite a bit of spot removal. Doomblade, Tragic Slip, Walk the Plank. I like, and I try to use, quite a bit of stuff. Of course, there's Murder. Now, Blight's Ending seems kind of corner case, but you know what? It kills a whole lot of stuff. Wing Shards is for those people who forget to, attack before they cast all those spells. Very valuable lesson that gets taught there. Zealous Persecution is going to, and by the way, look at the cut on this. Alar Reborn, I got an entire pack that was cut like this. I don't know. No, the rare was not good. It was trash. But it does, I mean, here again, it's good early against if they're a token player, saplings or goblins or Pegasus or whatever. And then if you get your thing off and Elendra has had, 30 vampire babies, hey, it makes them bigger as well. I play Sunlance because nobody sees it coming. The White Bolt. I like it. It is one of those things that is just completely out of the blue. Probably one of the better removal spells is Mortify. Of course, I am running Terror. Now, Reprisal, surprisingly enough, does not see a lot of play. It's 2 mana to kill a big thing. And in our format, big things are pretty dominant. Even if they start out small, they generally end up getting big. I have a disenchantment. I don't know why I had it in the removal. I guess it is enchantment artifact removal. Afterlife. Now, Bury is a old templating there for when they used to say destroy target creature without the possibility of regeneration. That's what Bury means. It's not going to regenerate. Kill it. It's not coming back. Whatever. Well, I mean, it may come back later, but anyway. But it does bury a creature, and they get a 1/1 flyer. It doesn't seem that amazing. However, I would a lot rather have the 1/1 Spirit Flyer coming at me than, say, a Chroma. And trying to have as many white destroy target creature effects as possible because of protection from black. I mean, that's a real thing. I think now we get into the multiple targeted removal. The fortunate few, wow. I mean, this is a beating. I like it. Vona's Hunger. Now, I dare say we are probably going to. Okay, Ascend looks like a mechanic that was just made for EDH. Because in most games, even if you just have 10 land, I mean, I can't remember an EDH game that I have ever played that I have not had 10 permanents. I love Ascend. I hate that it's a one set. Maybe someday we'll come back to Ixalan and Ascend will be there. I don't know. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Yeah, your lands are not going to untap, but you know what? At least I'll have an untap step. I won't die from the onslaught of creatures coming at me. So that's a thing. Innocent Blood's going to make everybody sack a dude, which is, he's not spot removal. He is a creature, the Fleshbag Marauder, so I'll go ahead and sneak him in here. Fell the Mighty. Now, Fell the Mighty is beautiful with our commander because, I mean, she starts off as a 1 power, so hey. Crux of Fate, good utility. And of course, for the big 9 mana, we have in Garrick's Wake. Now, yeah, 9 mana, but no Soul Ring, no Thran Dynamo. I gotcha. But there are cards that just absolutely have Indestructible. And Unmake and Utter End used to take care of that just in case they also have Shroud or Hexproof. We're going to just erase them from existence. Now, I do have, what I wanted to focus on was her ability. I want things to die. It doesn't matter if it's yours, theirs, everybody's. So I don't have a whole lot of creatures here. And with a lot of things dying, Mortivore seems like a good play. I mean, you know, he's a big, nasty regenerator, and he's going to be big because lots of things have died. Now, Malakir Blood Witch is typically reserved for your Vampire Tribal decks. However, if Elendra goes off, wow. Now, what I love about the Malakir Blood Witch is that each opponent loses life. So that's, I mean, if you can get Elendra up to, you know, 30 or 40 and bring in your Malakir Blood Witch, it's probably a good chunk of the game is over. Now, I am running our trio of tutors in Diabolic Tutor, Mastermind's Acquisition, and Dimir Houseguard. Dimir Houseguard is a tutor. Okay. For a 4-drop. You get to go get a 4-drop. Now, I think now's the time where I show you my 4-drop. Enduring Renewal. Yes, it is a combo deck. I've got a couple of different combos, but Enduring Renewal is the I've loved this card forever, and I won't stop probably until I get all copies I own in decks. But anyway, I love it. I'll play with my hand reveal. I don't care. What are you seeing? A bunch of ways to kill creatures? Okay, sweet. Now, whenever a creature dies or goes to the graveyard, it goes back to your hand, but you can't draw any more new creatures. Hey, that's fine. Now, there are ways to get around this, like Necropotence. I don't have another copy in here, but Necropotence, you don't draw the cards, you put them into your hand. So, you know, that's a kind of a sweet interaction there. But the way that Enduring Renewal works with Elendra is the creature actually does die and then gets put back in your hand. Elendra, being her problem, is if she dies with all these counters on her, or she's really big, you have to let her go to the graveyard and not to the command zone to get the vampire tokens, which is kind of discouraging at times because, you've got to include a way to get her back. But with Enduring Renewal, she does actually hit the yard and then get returned. So you will get the vamps and you will get her back, and you can cast her for the low, low price of her CMC. So, besides that, what are we doing with Enduring Renewal? Well, obviously, we have got sack outlets. Now, our sack outlets, of course, they're going to start with Ashnod's Altar. They're going to be Ashnod's Altar. It's going to be Fallen Angel. It'll be Viscera Seer to try to find that answer. It's going to be to get your team +1 for when you do get all those vampire tokens. So now, what are we doing with it? So we've got, I'm sorry. We don't have creatures yet to sacrifice, do we? Of course, I have the trio of eggs of Ornithopter, Phyrexian Walker, and Shield Sphere. So we are sacking the Shield Sphere to the whatever, and it's dying and it's coming back. It's dying, it's coming back. And this is what we're doing. And Soul Warden is going to net us a whole bunch of life, and her Vampire Buddy that's one engine there, is I gain the life, you lose the life, we keep doing, we keep repeating, hey, it's all good, just in case we have a chance to draw the Ashnod's Altar, and we're generating a lot of colorless mana. Well, Inheritance, I'm telling you, some of these older cards just don't get a lot of love, and Inheritance, while it looks expensive at 3 mana to draw a card, but only when, something dies, that's fine. It's actually better than fine. It's great in this deck because we are focusing on things dying. Now, Leering Emblem is, you can put it on any one of your dudes, strap up at Soul Warden, whatever, because every time you play that Ornithopter, it is you're casting a spell. Now, Black Market, Black Market is just a way to get a bunch of black colored mana. Field of Souls is going to net you a crazy amount of essence tokens, essence tokens, not spirit tokens now. They're the same thing, but they're essence tokens. Now, I like Deathmatch. I like Deathmatch a lot because with that Ornithopter coming into play over and over and over again, then, you can just wipe the board. You're killing all their creatures, which is putting more counters on Elendra, which you're already getting a stupid amount of counters because every time that Ornithopter goes to the yard, she gets a counter. And, you see where this is going. Now, Zulaport Cutthroat, or another creature die here again, it's another trigger and that life loss. I've got 2 big vampires here because, she probably needs some big brothers. Really don't so much have to do with the combo-ness as the, just in case something else, we need a... Now, Yehini, this is nice. He's a sack outlet to gain that indestructible. And of course, you can activate that a million times if you want to, and then, he gets bigger. So he works with the deck more than he works with the combo. Now, at the end of it all, you've got all this mana maybe, and you can dump it all into the Deathless or the not so very creative Exsanguinate. Exsanguinate loses a lot because so many people play it. Now, do have another mini combo in the way of Revel in Riches, because creature and opponent controls dies, I get a treasure, 10 treasures, I win. But then the pitiless plunderer says, hey, whenever my stuff dies, I get a treasure too. And of course, we are running the old treasure map deal. Uh, the last two cards, I am using Obsidian's Aid because there is most of what, all of what we are relying on are permanents. So it is a way to get some of those, focus it up better, some of those permanents back, because they will be destroyed. I mean, you're not going to play out your line of play and nobody mess with it. So, and the last card I want to talk about is Inviolability. Now, I'm sorry, Invulnerability. Invulnerability, sweet card. Anything with buyback is amazing because of just the reusableness of it. Now, prevent all damage to you from one source. That is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Over and over again, keeps you from dying to commander damage because you can just prevent the commander damage if you want to. Um, that is what I have got for Elendra. It's kind of different. I wanted to do something not vampire tribal based. That's so done. We've all done that a million times. And if you wanted to watch that, you can go back and see, I don't know, any of the other vampire. Anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. We got one left, Tetsamok, in the Rivals of Ixalan Generals, and we will see what I can do with him. Yeah. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.